Hi, this is Wiz Feinberg, R&W Custom Leather Works in Burton, Michigan. This video will demonstrate how you can change the standard harness presser feet on a Cowboy CB4500 or equivalent machine into the special inline feet sold by Cowboy sewing machines. So let's move around. Get a close-up here so you can see what the standard feet look like. Those are the standard presser feet right there. There's a double toe, left and right toe, on the outer presser foot, and the alternating foot that goes up and down and forward and backward is in the middle. Let's move around the side here. And get a better view. This is the entire faceplate area. Okay, so this is a frontal side view from the left side showing the feet in the raised position. And in order to change them over to the inline foot set, we're going to have to remove the inside and outside foot. So I will back off the view here so you can see the whole front plate. To do this, I'm going to be removing these parts here and then up here. First, this screw will remove the outer foot, double toe foot, off. Put the screw there for safekeeping. Now I'm going to unscrew the inner foot from the right side. And it just comes off. That shows the set screw that holds it onto the shaft. The next step is to install the inline foot set. This is the front foot. This is the back foot that trails. So we put the front foot on first. Be careful to center the needle. And now I'll install the trailing foot. Now I'm going to zoom in. So you can see what those feet look like. I've lowered the feet. With the harness foot set, they would have gone all the way down to the level of the feed dog and the throat plate. But this set of feet is made short by the company that made them through no fault of my own. So we're going to have to lower the presser bar right here until this comes down, and then balance the height of this one. So the process is to remove this screw down here, and the screw up here. So I will just raise this so you can see me do that. As soon as it gets loose, we just remove the faceplate. Now, let's light up the inside. You can see the important areas. The presser bar is where the spring is. So I'm going to raise up here and zoom in a bit. There. Now we've got a close-up of this area. The screws to adjust it, there's one under here and one here. I'm going to use my narrow screwdriver blade to loosen them. Okay. The next step is to move this light out of the way. Lower this. And you're going to see that I can now hand lower the back presser bar until it's just at the level of the throat plate, and wiggle it so it's in line with the front foot. That looks good. Now I'm going to tighten these two screws again. There we go. Now I'll rotate the wheel and we'll see how the balance is between the lift of the 2 feet. First, let's put a piece of leather underneath it. Rotating the wheel, the needle has just made contact with the top of the leather. But this foot is still above it. What we want is to get that foot to make contact at the same time as the needle. So I use this wrench that ships with the machine, put it up in this bolt on top, hex head bolt, loosen it, and press down. Now I'll continue rotating the wheel and see how much lift we have on the outside foot. About 1/8 of an inch lift on the outside foot. About 1/8 of an inch lift on the inside foot. So that's properly balanced right now. That's a good balance. We've got that adjusted. Tighten that. Put the faceplate back on. Be right back. Okay, I've got the faceplate ready to put back on. I've got the screw on top in place. The other one is still set aside on a magnet. This lever with the open slotted area in it is important. There's a part up here that has a little tab on it. I'll zoom in if I can. It's right up here on this lever. The slot has to fit over that tab when it goes back in here. And I'll do that.
Did that have that one made up? Because like I said, it was a mistake. It was a mistake.
The tab is inside the slot.
The
The take-up lever is in its slot. And we'll start this. Make it finger tight. Get the other screw, put it in down here. All the way. There.
Put this back in the bag.
Now that's properly tightened.
Okay. That's okay. Bring it in.
The next step is to thread the machine. Up through the eyelet behind the top tension, through the top tension, through here, this eyelet, inside the disc, around, back up
You get black?
through this eyelet. This is my system.
That's all right.
Now, feed it through the loop in the check spring.
Black off,
Make sure that the check spring moves freely,
black Diana.
all the way up, all the way down. Left to right through the take-up arm.
Could be.
Can we move around here?
Could be when you get old.
Grab the thread.
Get on my fingers, another tip over here. Have me a black beard.
Feed it through here. Then loop it into this guide here. Lower the needle a bit.
Oh, yeah.
There's a hole in the needle guide above the needle. Now I feed through the needle left to right.
I think I got any more kids out there.
Pull some more free thread. Stab myself a little for effect. Lower this. Turn on the power. Hold back the threads so they don't get pulled under.
Some of that cheap shit. If you're gonna get a jumper kit,
There we go. Now I'm going to zoom in
it's cheap.
and show the action of the feet. And so a little, and you can see them alternating.
No, I think I don't know. Just gotta look at the gauge on it. What the gauge is, the lower the number, the thicker the number, the thicker the wire.
Now I'll show you how close I can get to a raised surface. I'll lower my edge guide down.
For net cost, you look on it's gonna work. Lower numbers. Take them, probably
Get right to the edge.
10-foot sections, a good one does. You might be able to-
Here I've got a raised surface that's 3/16 of an inch in from the edge, and I'm sewing right next to it. And I'm just going to bring this around the front so you can see that. And here we are, sewing right alongside a raised surface on the left that could be hardware or a shaped case, sewing right over the existing stitches. I've got the edge guide there to help me, which can get closer. And all I got to do is just hold this steady. And there it is, an inline presser foot set for sewing right along the edges. That could have been a boot, that could have been a handcuff case, or anything of that nature. I can sew right alongside a raised surface, and that is a raised surface. That's 13 ounces, 12 ounces there. So I hope this video helps anybody that's interested in having an inline foot set. Shows you how to install it on any 441 clone, which this Cowboy machine is. And you can find me on leatherworker.net. I frequent the Leather Sewing Machines forum. I'm a moderator there. And this machine and this presser foot, inline presser foot set came from Toledo Industrial Sewing Machines. Thanks and have a good day.